Hey guys, what's going on? Shadow of Nexus back here with another video. Just want to say that I finally beat Elden Ring, and I just want to give my thoughts of the game and list off the top 5 bosses as well. So yeah, Elden Ring, I think it's a pretty good game. I had a lot of fun with the playthrough. It took me around 80 hours to beat the game, I believe, and also I died 1129 times in this game, which is a lot. So I did die a lot in the game, and I would have to say that the game is pretty difficult, but it is definitely doable. And for anyone who says that Elden Ring is very hard and I can't beat it or whatever, this is just some motivation for you guys, because I'm usually not good at these type of games. These are usually not my type of games, but with the help of uh, my stream, the people in my stream, I was able to beat this game, guys, and with some perseverance as well, I was finally able to beat the game. Again, like I said, it's not really my type of game, but you guys should give me some credits just to say that, okay, I did beat the game, I did get the ending, I did beat most of the bosses in this game. Now, look, I didn't beat every single boss in this game, so if you think that one boss is not included here, it's probably because I didn't play that boss, or I probably just didn't think that the boss was that difficult. So, yeah, let's get right into it, guys. Number 5, Melania. Melania is a very difficult boss. No doubt about it. And when a boss tells you that they have never known defeat, you know that this is going to be a difficult boss. Melania's sword swings are very, very, very fast, and she can kill you in about no time. There is no shame for me to admit it, I think Melania has killed me more times than any other boss. However, that doesn't mean that she is the hardest boss in the game. It just means that she can kill you very fast. So, you can see here why I put Melania so low on the list is actually due to her poise. It's basically non-existent. You can poise break her pretty easily, and not only that, you can even stagger her pretty easily. It's not really the most difficult fight in my opinion, but she does have some very, very, very annoying moves to deal with. Mainly, the waterfowl dance, which is a nightmare to dodge from up close, and it can kill you literally instantly. It's crazy. However, it's not that bad to dodge from far away. Now, if we're looking at the second phase for Melania, by some Herculean effort, you're able to go ahead and you're able to beat the first phase of Melania. Then she falls down basically, and you think that you won the fight, but it's far from over. You still have the second phase to go, and the second phase is still pretty tough. I mean, I would say the second phase is harder than the first phase in my opinion, but yeah, it's not quite as hard as other bosses on this list. That's why I place her a little bit lower. She still staggers very easily, still very easy to combo, so yeah. She basically blooms back out, and now you can see that she is back. And now she says that you will witness true horror. Now, I kind of disagree about the true horror part. I think that she's still difficult. However, I have to say, Melania is extremely overrated when it comes to difficulty. I'm not going to say she's the easiest boss in the game or anything. She's still pretty hard. However, I just think that her difficulty is extremely exaggerated, especially if you're using a bleed weapon like me. I use the Bloodhound Fang for the entire game, basically, to beat all the bosses on this list. So I would say that this has to be one of the most difficult bosses here, but honestly, she's not that bad. I would say that Melania gets harder in the second phase, like I said before, but yeah, she opens up with the Scarlet Bloom here, and you can see that you have to wait here, and she's a little bit difficult to hit in that part there. I mean, I was not locked on or anything either, but you can see this is still pretty difficult. She can still do waterfowl basically anytime now. She has her fast sword swipe. She can kill your summons in just about any time at all. And one thing I forgot to mention as well is that she does get her health back, which is kind of annoying. So you kind of have to play the fight without getting hit too much, which, I mean, that's pretty standard for Dark Souls. But yeah, you can see right here, this move right here is one of the hardest to dodge in the entire game, I would say. But yeah, guys, Malenia is pretty tough. She's also my favorite boss battle in the entire game, and definitely worthy for a number 5 spot. Number 4, Godfrey, the first Elden Lord. This guy is very, very tough. His attacks are insane, they're very fast, they do lots of damage, and I have to say, even fighting his spirit, I was not prepared for Godfrey. He is ridiculously difficult. I gotta say that a lot of people say that Malenia is the hardest boss in the entire game. Again, that's your opinion, but I would say Godfrey is a lot harder. When it comes to these next bosses, I would say that they are significantly harder than Malenia, okay? So you can see right over here, he just goes crazy here. His area of attack is absolutely insane. He can swing his axe extremely fast, and he can kill you in about no time at all. His attacks are absolutely crazy, guys. Like, I have to say that I was so overwhelmed by this guy. He took me almost 4 hours to beat. It was absolutely crazy. The first time I played this boss here, he was just relentless. He is absolutely no joke, guys. And if you're able to somehow beat his first phase, which, I mean, you just bring his life bar like halfway, so it's not horribly bad, but once you're able to do that, the fight becomes even more difficult. Once you bring him to the second phase, this is where the fight becomes from tolerable to absolutely insane. Godfrey is some pro wrestler in disguise, and he will completely demolish you. This cutscene, by the way, was so cool. It has to be one of my favorite cutscenes in the entire game. And him just ripping off this lion thing, and now he just transforms into his next phase. Like, it's just such a cool thing. But I gotta say, guys, this guy is absolutely brutal. He has to be the hardest second phase of any boss in this entire game. I have to say this right off the bat. However, his first phase is not too bad, but his second phase, it's just an absolute nightmare. I have to say that if you get grabbed, you are done. You have no second chances here, guys. And it is absolutely crazy. He will kill you if you are not careful, and once you are grabbed, you are absolutely guaranteed to die. But this boss battle is extremely thrilling, and once you finally beat it, it is so satisfying, guys. It is so satisfying. And that's why Godfrey and Hoarah make it to number 4 on this list. Definitely deserved. Number 3, Draconial Tree Sentinel outside of fighting Malekith. This boss battle, I don't know why took me so long to beat. I literally spent like 5 hours on this boss battle here, and I didn't even come close to beating it without taking off all my armor and abusing those iframes. It is a very, very, very difficult boss battle. I'm not sure why this boss battle took me so long, but honestly, just looking at this gameplay here, you can see he can kill you in like 2 hits if you're not careful, especially if your vigor is not all the way up to snuff. His fireballs are extremely annoying. They're very annoying tracking here. He can hit you very, very fast. and he's just a very difficult boss. I know this might not even be considered a boss since he doesn't have a health bar, but I would say that this guy's even harder than the first Draconio Tree Sentinel that I fought outside of Lanedell. So yeah guys, I have to say that this boss here is absolutely ridiculous, and that's not even counting his lightning attacks, which you will see just now. Once you get his health about halfway, he starts using lightning attacks, and also the fireballs as well are still a huge issue. Now this is extremely difficult guys, to the point where I could not beat him unless if I took off all my armor and abused those iframes. I basically had to do that. You can see here the attacks are absolutely relentless. Brutal does not even begin to say how difficult this boss becomes on the pseudo second phase or whatever. He is absolutely relentless guys. He has range attacks, like he can hit you even if you try to run away or whatever. He can hit you with his lightning, fireballs, and it's just absolutely ridiculous guys. And that's why I have to put Draconic Tree Sentinel at number 3 on the hardest bosses in Elden Ring. Let's move on guys, because the next ones are absolutely insane. Number 2, Radagon of the Golden Order and Elden Beast. This is a very, very, very difficult boss. From what I have heard in most Dark Souls games, Demon Souls games, and games like that, usually the final boss is kind of a pushover, but I gotta say, Radagon of the Golden Order has to be one of the hardest bosses I fought in my entire life. This boss literally took me forever to beat. I could not believe when I beat it. I really didn't even care after I beat the boss. I'm just like, hey, finally, the game is over. Like, this boss basically broke me. It's the only boss that I actually rage quit on. I don't think I've rage quit on any other boss where I just alt F4'd out of the game and while I was streaming, so that was kind of a fail by me. But yeah, this boss is literally no joke guys, and you guys will see why right here. The first thing about Radagon is that his attack range is absolutely crazy. I could have sworn there was times where I've dodged moves and they just did not work. Like this one right here. For some reason I was never able to dodge it. Even at my final time where I beat the game, I was still not able to dodge this move. I don't know why. It's so inconsistent, but yeah, his area of attack is absolutely ridiculous guys. And if you can finally beat Radagon, if you can finally beat this guy, you still have to take on the Elden Beast, and that is no easy task guys. The Elden Beast is still pretty difficult. I would still say Radagon is much harder, but dude, the Elden Beast is something else as well. And yeah, let's get right onto the Elden Beast now, because he is a piece of work. Once you finally think the fight is over, and you think that you have won, and another boss just comes out of nowhere and demolishes you guys. Like, this is the only fight in the game where it really felt like, and this and probably the next entry as well, where you're kind of fighting two different bosses, because the way that they're just so different, right? So I have to say guys that this boss here was definitely extremely difficult. Elden Beast is still like really hard. I don't think he's as hard as Radagon, but honestly, like, his attacks are very annoying. They have huge area of attack. He can throw tons of attacks all at once. And I have to say guys that once I beat Elden Beast, I didn't even really care that much anymore, because I'm just happy that the game is over. But yeah guys, Elden Beast is absolutely crazy. You guys can see his attacks right over here. So when the fight begins, basically you can get a couple hits here and there. So like I said, Elden Beast is not horrible or anything, but his area of attack is really bad. So you can see he has fire, he can swing his sword, he can throw stars at you, He can like hit you with like light rays and stuff like that as well. You see how much stuff is on the screen right now? It just gets overwhelming, guys. And plus, if you get grabbed by that too, it's basically like an instant KO. Elden Beast is definitely a very, very, very difficult boss as well. I would not say he's as hard as Radigan for sure, but he is definitely. And considering you have to beat them both together, once you lose Elden Beast, you have to go back to Radigan, and Radigan is a extremely difficult boss, so you're probably going to be dying on Elden Beast a lot. And I mean a lot, especially if for some reason you got hit a lot and you don't have many flasks, which is probably going to happen. You're probably going to die in Elden Beast, and it's not going to be very fun. And this is why Elden Beast and Radigan are on the number 2 spot. Number 1, Beast Clergyman and Malekith. This boss battle is very, very, very hard, guys. I mean, the first time I played this guy, he killed me in a matter of seconds. Really, his attacks are very difficult to dodge. He has many attacks ranged, and also can get very up close and just kill you in no time at all. Once you get to the second phase though, this is really where things start turning up to 11, and this is why he's number 1. Once you finally beat Beast Clergyman, and I mean finally, because this guy took me a very long time to beat, my first time actually, even though I was doing decent damage to him and everything, he would just keep on killing me very, very fast. But once you finally do that, guys, you finally get to see one of the most difficult bosses I've played in my entire life, period. But guys, I gotta say, this boss absolutely broke me. I wanted to quit playing the game. I didn't want to play this game anymore. He is so difficult. Malekith the Black Blade, once Beast Clergyman transforms into his transformation, or he takes off the robe or whatever, he becomes an absolute pain. Like, this boss probably took me the longest out of all the bosses in this game. Like, I don't even know how long I took for this boss here, because he is just so difficult. And much like Melania, he has a special thing to his blade where if he attacks you, he will drain your health, and not only drain your health, he will cut off a section of his of your life bar. Not his, sorry, but yours. So this makes the fight extremely difficult, guys. He can kill you in no time at all. I remember the first time I fought this guy here, he killed me in a matter of seconds. It is absolutely crazy, guys. And the moves that he has, the one move where he stabs the ground and then like he creates some wave or something like that. This one right here, or I mean, not this one right here, but yeah, like his sword does poison damage to you, and not only that, he's bleed resistant, so it's pretty hard to go ahead and hit him. So you guys can see right here, got hit by that move right there, and my health is draining here. If you have no flasks, you have no chance of doing this, guys. You have absolutely no chance of doing it. At least with Melania, if you get hit, you at least have a chance to beat her. Okay, you can still dodge her moves and stuff like that, but with Malekith, if you get hit and if you have no flasks, it's over. It's game over, guys. You have to have flasks in order to win Malekith, and that's why he's the hardest boss in Elden Ring, period. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had a lot of fun making it here, going back and looking at the stream, trying to figure out who's the hardest boss. I would definitely say it's Malekith. I know a lot of people say it's Melania, but again, that's just my personal opinion. Let me know in the comments down below, who do you guys think is the hardest boss in this game. Just want to go over a few things here and there. This is technically my first official Souls game. I played other, like, clones like Thymesia, which is still pretty hard as well. That game was pretty tough. It took me a little while to beat, but yeah. I gotta say, guys, Elden Ring, pretty cool game for sure. Like I said, it's not really my type of game. I could be playing the DLC sometime later. I know this is just the base game here. It's not going to include all the DLC bosses or whatever, because I haven't played the DLC yet. Maybe one day, but I think I'm kind of a little burned out on Elden Ring right now, so I'm just going to be playing some other games for now. But maybe someday I will come back and beat the other bosses here. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys think about this video here? Would you guys place anyone higher or lower? Uh, and also, yeah, if you guys can also subscribe as well, like the video if you guys did like the video. You can dislike the video if you did dislike the video. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it from me for now. Till next time, guys, have a good one. Peace.